Hello and welcome to Rathod Science Academy and welcome to this series of strategic videos. So actually in earlier class I said about 6 months plan to clear your UPSC prelims 2025, right? So now in this session we are going to see how exactly you have to prepare for your ancient history. So as you all know that what are the subjects in your UPSC prelims? History, polity, geography, economy. Apart from that, environment and ecology and science and technology. So here I am starting with one of your major core subject, that is history. And in this history you will be having ancient history, medieval history, modern history and art and culture for your prelims, right? So here not only working hard, even working smart is very important for your examination. So here I'll tell you how you have to work smart for this ancient history. So let me show you this table. So in this table, I am taking the data from 2013 to 2024 and I am breaking down year wise based on the subject, like how many questions you got from this history. So if you see total overall, so 16 questions you got in 2013 and 20 questions from 14 and 16 from 15, and in the recent 5 years you are getting 20, 10, 14, 14 and 12. So overall if you see this table from history, you will be getting on average 16 to 20 questions, okay? And in this history you have 4 modules. First one is ancient, second one is medieval, third one is modern and fourth one is art and culture. So if you see the breakdown, so you will be getting like very less number of questions from your medieval compared to that of other parts. So this one thing is clear, and you will be getting good number of questions, 3 to 9 questions from your ancient history, and in the modern you will be getting even the last like 11 questions you got. Okay, that means minimum 5 to 11 questions you are getting from this modern history part, and from ancient history 1 to 3 or 1 to sometimes 5 questions based on the current affairs you will be getting, right? So here how you have to mold according to this. So you have to focus more on modern history. You understood this, right? And second one is you are also getting good chunk of questions from this ancient. And I will say you, so you can give a little priority more to your modern as well as your ancient history compared to that of medieval history. So if you are very intelligent, you will be focusing on ancient and as well as modern in this area where you can have a chance of getting more number of questions from these areas. Okay, so here I will be making the series of videos where I will let you know, so in which topics how many questions that appeared in your previous year's questions, so that from the subject also which area that you have to focus you will be getting know. Okay, so now in this class I will be focusing on only ancient history. So I want to show you one more slide, guys, so focus on this. So in this slide, so I kept from 2013 to 2024 and I divided your syllabus into different columns here. So first one is IVC, Indus Valley Civilization. So next one is Vedic Age, Buddhism and Jainism, Mauryan Empire and post-Mauryan, Gupta and other Indian kingdoms and miscellaneous. So here from Indus Valley Civilization, more or less you are getting question every year, more or less. That means in your ancient history you have to give more importance to this IVC. And from this Vedic Age, so many a times there is no question, that means 50-50 chance of getting question in your Vedic age. That means either Rig Veda or like later Vedic, early Vedic or later Vedic you can see. So questions asked only in list. And next one here is Jainism and Buddhism 1, 2, 2. So every year there is 1 or 2 questions from this Buddhism and Jainism. There is no paper till now without a question your prelims from this Jainism and Buddhism. And next, if you see Mauryan Empire, so sometimes they didn't ask the question Mauryan Empire, but the chances are 75% of chances are there to get the question from this Mauryan Empire. And if you see the Gupta Empire, more or less you will be getting question. So only once in 2018 there was no question, but mostly you will be getting question on this Gupta Empire also. and some miscellaneous topics. So there is no question. Okay. So here, after seeing this chart, where you have to prioritize. If you are an intelligent UPSC aspirant, you will be focusing more on Indus Valley Civilization, Buddhism and Jainism, and Gupta Empire. So these three are very, very important topics where you will be getting maximum number of questions in your UPSC prelims. So whenever you are reading any subject, don't read blindly. So prioritize the subjects. There are some focus areas for UPSC where it will be giving question for sure. So try to complete them first so that you can increase your score. So here you are preparing for this examination to get into services, not to gain the knowledge or not to do the PhD here, right? So focus only on the important areas where there is repeated questions and try to solve the questions from that topic. If you are getting question from that topic from anywhere, you should be in a condition to solve any question. So that should be there in your preparation. So this is called as smart work. So because of that, I will be always saying you to go through the previous questions so that you can get analyzed, or you will be getting knowing that yes, from these topics the questions are asked. So you have to prepare them well. So don't leave these three areas and even focus on this Mauryan Empire as well. Okay. So now let me show you some more important thing that will add a value in your preparation. That is, I am taking important chapters, and I am also giving you the data where exactly you have to focus. So first topic, as I said, this is very important. It is Indus Valley Civilization, and you have to focus on especially sites like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chandudaro. Like that we have many sites. So try to make a tabular format, like name of the site, and you have to see on the banks of which river it is located and who is the archaeologist who found that site, and you can see the important features. For example, in which site we have ink pot identified, in which spot we have bangles, in which site they find rice evidence, or in which site it is better focused on water management, which site don't have the boundary. So those kind of things that you have to focus, and you can also make a good map. So this will be helpful for the proper revision and proper memorization, guys. And even you have to focus on articraft, seals and pottery, and even economy, trade, agriculture, how the agriculture was there in that time. And you have to see about the decline of civilization. So any part of this IVSC, you can expect a question. And one more thing I want to be very much clear, that in future classes, I will be also taking topic wise questions, how UPSC asked. I will be taking IVC, and I will be analyzing how the questions from IVC came, so that you will be having idea like how UPSC is asking questions from a certain topic. And second topic here is Vedic age. So in this Vedic age, there is a very less chance of getting question. But in 2024 mains, there was a mains based question regarding differences of early Vedic and later Vedic period. So here just see some areas like how the societal structure had been changed from early Vedic to later Vedic period, and what about this Varna system, Chaturvarna system, and you have to see about Vedic literature, that is Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharvana Veda. So from this area you can get a prelims based question, and even you have to see how these religious practices and rituals, they got been changed from early Vedic to later Vedic. So all these things that you have to focus from this Vedic age. And third topic here is religious movements. So you can keep how many stars you want, you can keep. So there will be no question paper in your UPSC or any other competitive examination without this Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, so here you have to focus on especially some basic facts regarding this Buddha and Mahavira and what are the teachings they gave, and you have to see what exactly the differences and similarities between this Buddhism and Jainism, and you have to focus on Buddhist councils and as well as Jainism, and you have to see how this Buddhism had been spread. So who are the major personalities involved in this Buddhism? Okay, like that you have to see, and even you have to focus on literature part. Okay, literature of Buddhism and as well as Jainism. It is very, very important. And fourth important area is Mauryan Empire. So you have to focus on especially founder of this Mauryan Empire and important rulers, especially focus more on Ashoka. So you have to focus on administration of Mauryans and what is this Ashoka Dhamma, and you may get a question regarding inscriptions of this Ashoka, edicts, that is major edicts or minor edicts, and even you have to focus on art and architecture of this Mauryans, like pillars, stupas, where they are located, and you have to see about at last how this Mauryan Empire came to decline, because there is also a high chance of getting application based question from this area. An important topic here is post-Mauryans. So here you will be focusing on regional kingdoms, but give very least emphasis on this, because we will be not getting much questions here like Greeks, Sakas, Kushnas, etc. And next one here is, here you have to focus on Gandhara school of art. It is very important, and even the Shatavahanas is important. And next one is Gupta Empire. So Gupta Empire is very important, and every year you will be getting questions from this Gupta Empire as well. So see about this Chandragupta 1, Samudragupta, Chandragupta 2, and especially focus on these areas, that is literature, art, science and mathematics, and contributions of this Kalidas, Aryabhatta, Varahamihira, etc. And you have to see their works. So who wrote what? So this part is very important from even your state PCS. Okay. And next one is Sangam age. So Sangam age, you will be not getting much questions, but here the chance of getting question is from Sangam literature itself. Okay, Sangam literature, and just give a least emphasis on who are these Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas. Okay, next one is miscellaneous topics. So from this miscellaneous topics you can get, like you can add this art and culture here, and you have to focus on science and technology in ancient India, and you will be also getting question from foreign travelers who entered into India during which time and what are their findings, what are the books they wrote. So earlier they used to ask just the name of the foreign traveler and what was the book written, but now they are even asking what is that book is about. Okay, in this way you have to be prepared, and in the future I will be coming up with like topic based previous questions, and we will be analyzing them clearly, so that you will be getting to know like how you have to prepare that topic, how the questions are asked. Okay, so that's all guys, and if you really like this information, so please do hit the like button, and in future if you want to get more this kind of videos, please do subscribe to our channel and please hit the bell icon so that you will be getting the notification. And thank you so much for your support guys.